It is a beautiful start to the day. It is Wednesday morning, July the 13th. I'm first warning meteorologist Eric Burris. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week in the mornings, chat about what's going on in the world of weather. And today I get to annoy the one and only Jacqueline D'Agostino. What's going on?
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute since we've gotten to hang out together.
It's been a minute, since I've been in the background of Coffee Talk.
I know, right? So we'll check in with Jacqueline, see what's doing with Jack's Snacks. Always the highlight of my morning. But before we get to that, let's just take you outside and see what's doing on our forecast. Top two things we're monitoring today: pattern getting wetter, and we're going to be starting to track the tropics. Just a little bit interesting. We continue to track it, but at this point in time, let's just look outside, right? This is our tower cam shot. It is beautiful. I just showed this a couple of moments ago on TV. I love this. Downtown Orlando, you are looking mighty fine this morning. Let's look at some of our other tower cams and see what's doing. Over to kind of the Winter Park Maitland Drive, not too bad. Over to the tourist district, that's gorgeous. That's just gorgeous. It's a beautiful start to the day. It's going to be a beautiful day, but just like yesterday, it's going to again be a toasty, warm day. Look at that. You see the Magic Kingdom castle there in the bottom left corner? I love that. All right, out to the coastline. There's the Vehicle Assembly Building, Kennedy Space Center. Let's head over to Melbourne, see what's doing. Looking nice there. And Coco. Bye, Kellyanne. Happy birthday. It's Kellyanne's birthday today. That's not why I'm doing the morning show. She's off to a shoot. She's actually working. So anyway, but it's you can see it's beautiful outside. Let's talk temperatures across town, shall we? Upper 70s, lower 80s. Feels like temperatures though. That's where it's just kind of uncomfortable. Yeah, here you go. Feels already like it is 83 degrees outside in Orlando, and that's one of the lower readings. Look at Sanford. Feels like 89 degrees. Feels like 90 already in New Smyrna Beach. Gross. By the way, feels like temperatures are going to stay elevated through the day. First warning, live Doppler radar. We're rain-free. There's nothing going on in our area. So let's look at the 12-hour forecast, okay? Like yesterday, we'll watch those temperatures climb. 95 degrees our high temperature on the day today. But another thing to point out is that rain chances are starting to rise. Yesterday was a little drier. Today is going to be a little stormier. 92 1 o'clock, 95 degrees by 3 p.m. And that's when we really start to get the storms. So we've started to transition to a bit of a later weather pattern for the rains. Keep that in mind. That allows the temperatures to climb and then allows the storms to arrive. In addition to this, let's just look. Air temperatures into the low and mid 90s, but when we factor in the heat and the humidity, this is where the feels like temperatures go for the day today, okay? We're not getting into danger category, we don't think, but feels like temperatures 12, 1, 2 o'clock do get to about 102 degrees or so. So it's going to be a hot, hazy, humid day, just like yesterday, just like the day before. We have to take it easy. And remember, check the back seat twice before you walk away from the car. Make sure to drink plenty of water or other, hydrating liquids. No beer, people. I mean, you can have a beer, just keep hydrated though. But remember, a beer dehydrates you. But do what you have to do to stay hydrated, okay? Before you get thirsty, you want to do that, okay? All right, if you're heading out to the theme parks, that's particularly important because it's such a humid day, right? Epcot opens at 8:30, for example. If you're heading over to Typhoon Lagoon, that's where I wish I was going today, if I'm honest with you. Who knows? Maybe I head out there after work. I am, after all, going to be getting out of work a little early. I'll take that. Feels like 100 plus, though. And then you've got, of course, those scattered late afternoon showers and thunder showers. If you're heading over to the beach today, it looks good. Scattered storms are working over toward the beaches though, so keep that in mind, okay? Air temperature's just a little bit lower there. Let's take a look at Futurecast together, okay? So this morning we're quiet, through lunchtime we're good, but notice by 2 o'clock we start to see a couple of those popcorn showers and those thunder showers. Let me bring it full screen for you. You can see 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock. Actually, you know what? Hold on a second. That's an old run of Futurecast. Stand by. Let's roll through here. Okay, that's the current run. My apologies, friends. Okay, so there we go. There's lunchtime. Some rain out west. Watch how 1, 2, 3 o'clock, we start to popcorn up a couple of these showers and thunder showers across the metro area. And then from there, 4, 5 o'clock, showers and storms throughout. And then continuing to ramp up through 8 o'clock. And you can see some intense rains around 8, 9 o'clock. So for putting the kids to bed, just plan accordingly. The computer model has started to trend stormier and stormier later in the evening, okay? But it's a part of this kind of rising rain pattern that we're in. Let me show you. Today's rain coverage higher than yesterday at 50%. We're going to 60% coverage of showers and storms for your Thursday, your Friday, and your Saturday. Why is that? What's going on? Well, let's take a look at the broader perspective in just a moment. I never mentioned the temperatures across the area, so let's do that first. 94s and 95s across the interior, lower 90s across the beaches, okay? My apologies. Let's get to some of you and see what's doing. Epcot is a fun time, Angel says. Good morning to you, sir. Shauna, good morning to you. Nikki, good morning. Jessica, Sanford wants that glorious rain. I feel ya. I feel ya. Debbie, good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Tiffany, good morning. Good sweating, coffee drinking morning. Ugh, it's like 50 in the studio. So I've got my sleeves rolled up. I actually have a fleece on my chair. I don't know if you could see. I've got my fleece, like my fleece jacket on my chair because it's so chilly in here. It's so chilly in here. Jamie's asking about Jack's snacks. We're definitely going to get Jacqueline to chime in. Am I thinking and moving slower or the comments moving faster? That's what they call quite the quandary, a paradox of sorts. All right, so there's the temperatures for today. So what's going on? All right, so we've been talking about this little feature in the Gulf of Mexico the last couple of days. Is it trying to develop? Is it not trying to develop tropically? Hurricane Center has lowered their likelihood of this developing into something. Rose says no sleeves on the lady behind me. I'm talking about how cold I am, and
My shoes, can you see them?
yeah,
Fuzzy slippers.
yeah, she's got fuzzy slippers sitting right there. But like, you've got to get cold in here.
I'm also drinking scalding hot water in a thermos with a lemon.
Yeah,
And that vest that you have, I usually wear it.
Yeah.
Since I'm like drinking hot water,
it's keeping you. Yeah,
it's keeping me like at bay.
yeah.
For now.
It's. I mean, it is. It's. They keep it just grossly cold in here. But yes, good observation that Jacqueline, Rose. Good observation. Very good observation. So this little area in the Gulf of Mexico, Hurricane Center had been talking about it, trying to get going. They've just dropped down the rain chance, or not the rain chance, the development chance down to 0%. It's probably not going to develop into anything. But it doesn't take away the fact that there's still tropical moisture out there, right? And that tropical moisture is still bringing up rain chances across the Gulf Coast. If we look just at the tropical percentages, 8 a.m. tropical weather outlook goes down to 0, but I'll just read what the Hurricane Center has identified here. The surface drop is forecast to drift northward over land during the next few days, thus significant tropical development is not anticipated. But the concern that they have, regardless of development, heavy rains will pose a risk of flash flooding along portions of the northern Gulf Coast from Louisiana to the Florida Panhandle over the next few days, okay? So it drifts to the north. We're not expecting it to get going. But what's interesting is if you look at the overall kind of surface weather pattern here, it's still very, very wet, especially to the northern Gulf Coast. The rain chances are there. The overall intensity of the rain comes down just a little bit. So instead of looking at a foot of rain, it's more like 6 inches of rain around Mobile Bay. But you can kind of see, there's still very heavy rain to be had. The Weather Prediction Center has placed us under a low-end threat for flooding, looking ahead to tomorrow. And as a matter of fact, if you look at the flooding threat looking ahead to Friday, same thing. Obviously in yellow, flooding is possible. In our area, it's something we're watching. couldn't have an isolated spot or something to that effect, but it's not as big of a concern. And as a matter of fact, when we run our rainfall computer models here in Central Florida, the European and the GFS, neither one of them are going bonkers in rainfall. You could see the kind of deeper greens. We're talking 1 to 2 inches of rain for us. But up to the north, that's certainly where we're talking about more rain, heavier downpours, that sort of thing. So that's good. That's good. I'm absolutely okay. I'm absolutely fine with this not getting going, but it's definitely going to up our rain chances these next couple of days. That does not play in. Oh, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Where are you? Oh, did Kellyanne update it? Here it is. That does not play in necessarily to the Falcon 9 rocket launch. Still looking pretty good for Thursday. And then there's I believe it's a ULA launch set for this weekend. It may be a Falcon 9 as well. I have to check. But there's another launch scheduled this weekend. We'll have to see how that plays into things. But, for now, we're just kind of looking at those rising rain chances. So let's do this. Let's look at the overall weather pattern together, okay? So there's that low lifting up to the north and kind of moving out, okay? But what's interesting is looking at Thursday, Friday, Saturday, models are trying to hint that yet another little piece of energy gets into the Gulf. And that may be something that we have to watch. Ann says hopefully we get to see some jellyfish action with the launch. Wouldn't that be cool? I would be 100% on board with that. I would be 100% on board with that. 100%. Hey, Ernesto, for weather, tower cam to dub for me, please. Yes, sir. Since I'm using the router for you to be able to see what I'm doing at the chroma key, I need them to route that. But yeah, wouldn't that be neat to see some jellyfish action for sure? So that'll be an interesting little piece of the puzzle. Now, we talked a lot about, is this the florster, that sort of thing. The pattern is there. It's the floreaster. The question is, does it try to develop or not? We've got plenty of time to watch that, but, for right now, it's just kind of watching, waiting, and seeing. All right? So for today, my friends, heat, humidity, definitely with us. Let's take a look at the 7-day forecast together. You can see 50, 60% coverage of those showers and those thunder showers. So rain chances are rising over these next few days. Yeah, 93, 94, 95. It's going to be a nice toasty setup these next few days, but with the rising rain chances, notice the temperatures drop off little by little by little. All right? Any questions, comments, concerns? What I'm going to do is we'll pause here, we'll talk, take some questions, comments, concerns, and then I'll go do TV, and then we can look at the tropical computer models together because, there may be something interesting there. Did you watch the fire during the tests of the rocket the other day? Jessica's asking. Oh, over in Texas? Oh, yeah. At Starbase? Yeah. I never heard back to see, if Elon had mentioned that there was any major damage to the Super Heavy. It'll be interesting to see. Hopefully not. Got to run. Have a blessed day. Susie, have a good one. Thank you for hanging with us for Coffee Talk for just a couple minutes. Really do appreciate it. All right, while they're doing that, let's see here. Elon said it's fine. Oh, good. Thanks. See, Debbie, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I didn't see the update. I saw that he was out there with like a flashlight at 1 o'clock in the morning, but I didn't see the update on whatever happened. What will the weather be like July 23rd? I don't think that there's anything major showing. I mean, showers and storms. We're in the rainy season, but I don't think that there's any major weather event there. Headed to Crystal River for the weekend with the boat. Would you call it a complete washout? I would say no. I would just say that it's going, that the rain chances are going to be invigorated just a little bit, Brittany. So go enjoy, but stay tuned. The problem is with these little storm systems, these little kinks of energy, they're particularly difficult to forecast. If I'm honest, so. It's not one of those high confidence forecasts. We do think that the rain coverage is going up. But here, let's just look at the long-range futurecast together. So you can see, Friday, there's definitely an influx of moisture out there in the Gulf, right? But like for Saturday, it's not a washout, but everything, those showers and storms are definitely going to be around. Sunday, yeah, same kind of idea. The showers and storms are going to be around. So, no. Not a washout. Not a washout. Okay, all right, I'm going to pop this up. This is a live feed from CW. You'll hear my microphone. I'm going to go get ready to do weather. Roger. All right, bear with me, people. Let me grab my suit jacket here. I'm walking over to the anchor desk to do TV with them.
So the HOA there is suing a woman for $250,000 for
Tower
feeding
camped up.
ducks in her neighborhood. This is Kathleen Rose. She says she's been feeding ducks in her neighborhood twice a day for years now, and no one has said anything until about 3 months ago. She got a warning from the HOA to stop. She didn't, and the association filed a petition in court saying that feeding wildlife violates deed restrictions. Rowe is now selling her house in case she is ordered to pay the $250,000 fine. Cut to all of us checking to see what the restrictions are in our various neighborhoods. Yikes. If she's been doing it for years and only got in trouble in the last few months, she probably upset a neighbor who told on her.
Right?
I feel so bad. You're just trying to feed ducks out there.
But if
This is
she's
your best
breaking
life,
rules.
but
Right.
she's breaking rules.
Meanwhile,
I pull up the historic districts for Orlando, because I'm in one of the historic districts for the city, and I want to make sure that,
Gotta be careful,
lots
guys.
of ducks in our neighborhood.
on my community Facebook page, everybody's complaining about people parking their trucks on the road. And
That's me.
Yeah.
I'm the person posting on our neighborhood.
Yeah.
page saying, it says no parking right in front
Yeah.
of the street. Why is your car
and then there's like the fights in the community that's like,
yeah.
you could have just told me. Well, instead I'm going to talk trash about you on the Facebook. Well, you could have been nice.
social media.
Oh, social media. Oh, neighborly people. Okay.
Coffee Talk's not like that.
We're live on Coffee Talk right now, and everybody hopefully is laughing and not cringing right now. Let's talk about what's going on outside in the weather world. It is beautiful. We've got just a handful of clouds off in the distance, but it's a nice dry start to the day. This is, of course, looking over at the Kennedy Space Center. Current temperature out that direction in the lower range of the 80s. We're in the upper 70s here across the metro. And it feels even warmer. The humidity absolutely is still in play. First warning, live Doppler radar is rain-free from coast to coast. We are starting the day wonderfully. But I do want to show you wider perspective, showing this area of moisture out over the Gulf of Mexico. It's starting to lift to the north, so the Hurricane Center less and less concerned with any kind of development out that direction. In the meantime, today we're going to start to up our moisture chances just a little bit. But before the rains arrive, we get the showers and the thunder showers. It heats up. 95, our high temperature in the city. We hit about 96, got awful close to 97, frankly, yesterday. 94 degrees in Leesburg today, 95 degrees in Claremont. Average high is 92. So all of our interior areas are going to be above average. And with this southwest wind, even the beaches heat up today. But it's not just the temperatures, it's the feels like, because we have so much humidity in play. We're staying out of the danger category, but we're hanging out in the extreme caution category with triple-digit feels like temp. So take it easy, stay hydrated, and you'll be good to go. Here's Futurecast. Brand new model run just came in, 2 p.m. You can see a couple of showers kind of scattered about central Florida. Then we get the activity really upticking, 3:30, 4 p.m. Showers and thunder showers through 6 o'clock. And the model's saying there's going to be a sea breeze collision by about 7:30, 8 o'clock. So around sunset, I think we're going to be tracking some bigger storms down around Kissimmee, Polk County, back over toward Hillsborough, Citrus, and Hernando counties, and some of that will try to lift back up to the north. So may have a bit of a later stormy setup for tonight, but keep that in mind when it comes to bath time for the kids and, of course, for your evening plans. So if you're heading out to the theme parks, if you're heading out to the water parks, I think you're looking good. It's going to feel like 100 plus. Then we start to get those showers and storms getting going. For us on a broader perspective, rain chances rising. But looking ahead to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, rain chances are going to continue to rise as this little piece of energy kind of starts hanging out in the Gulf of Mexico and perhaps getting a little closer to us. And as that happens, we'll bring more and more rains in. Not a washout. That was a question that we were asked on Coffee Talk. Boom, disappearing like that. But you get the idea. 50, 60% coverage of showers and storms these next several days. We'll keep you updated. All right, that's Quick Check Your Forecast. Let's get a look at the roads. Jacqueline.
Hey, thanks, Sarah. Good morning, everyone. We are watching you do trouble spot over on Alabama.
Okay, we've got a Today Show cut-in coming up here in just a couple of minutes.
Just use some extra caution
you see that I disappeared? Are you cringing from our little jokes? I can never tell. All right, let's see here. Have a great day. How is the rain during August? Would it rain more, or are they scattered showers? During this time of year, they are just scattered showers and thunder showers. We don't have a major pattern swing. You know what I mean? During this time of year, you just kind of stay. Let's see here. I'm new to this coffee talk group. What's the name of this speaker? I'm Eric. How are you, Eileen? Good morning to you. Thanks for hanging with us. Nikki says HOAs can be such a pain. Some people have too much time on their hands. Oh man, oh man. Jeffy says we're over here just laughing. Good. At least you're not cringing. That's the goal. The only way to have a good HOA is to be on the board, Debbie says. I just wish I had time to be on the board. That's my thing. My neighbor feeds the wildlife, $250,000 fine. Could you imagine, Rose? Like a $250,000 fine? That just blows my mind. Jessica, thank you. Thank you very much. She just remembered to take her fuzzy slippers off. Oh, thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. Lauren, thoughts on the James Webb images? Oh my God, they're mind-blowing. We talked a little bit about it yesterday on Coffee Talk. It's wild, and actually, I am interviewing someone from NASA in the 8 a.m. hour on the 9 a.m. hour on CW18. Not on Coffee Talk, but over on CW18. So check it out, okay? I do need to do a little bit of research, but we're going to be talking about those pictures with NASA officials. That'll be very interesting. Let's see here. Thank you, Eric, for the updates on the weather. Zoreen, thank you. And thank you for your patience when I'm in studio and bouncing around. So I've got 2 more quick weather hits to do, and then I want to talk tropics. Okay? You were very enjoyable. Thank you, Barbara. I appreciate it. Sick as I am, I like seeing Coffee Talk. We'll get feeling better. We'll be here with you through sick and not sick. And hopefully we'll have more healthy times together. I want to see Jack wear the fuzzy slippers on camera. I don't know about that. Yes, I did notice that, Chris. I did notice that the Tempest app changed color. I had to re-log in too. Courtney says the Karen in my HOA keeps telling us she's gotten nails in her tires. Only her. Look, I mean, that happens, especially in new neighborhoods. Like, you know, a lot of people were getting nails in their tires in my neighborhood as they were building it. Man, that life is uncomfortable though. What live was uncomfortable? Oh, the James Webb live. Yeah, I heard that. I was here in the Weather Center, so I didn't get a chance to watch it. I was doing graphics. But I heard that the live broadcast was quite flawed. Hold on one second. Ernesto!
No, she was perfect for you. I think she was
I'll have to get him later. He's talking to someone. We count on you every morning. Thanks for always being here. Thank you very much, Ann. I appreciate that. Oh, Nancy, thank you, thank you. I apologize that I have to bounce around and do the TV part. Let me get my TV hit set up. I do apologize.
Me too. I'm the same.
Tower cam to dub for me.
Like I'm.
Let me just get this set up. So we're getting into a Today Show cut-in, so I have to. What's going on here? Why are you not running? Extended. There, 3, 6. Bear with me, people. I apologize. 8. All right. All right. Psst. Tower cam to dub, please. Dub. Yes. All right, good morning to you. Here's a look outside right now. Temperatures are in the upper 70s and lower 80s. It's a nice, toasty, warm start to the day. Our first warning live Doppler radar is rain-free. which is how we like it for a morning. But looking ahead to the day, we will develop shower and thunderstorm chances. 90 degrees our lunchtime temperature, 95 is our high. It's going to be another hot day. Then we get those rains arriving, up to about a 50% coverage today. Look at Futurecast. Through lunchtime, we're good, but there's those scattered showers and thunder showers going 5, 6, 7 o'clock with a resurgence of rain around sunset tonight. 60% rising rain chance for tomorrow and staying that way through the upcoming weekend. I tried to mention it earlier, you just didn't hear. Yeah. Okay. I have one more quick hit. I apologize. I have one more quick hit, and then we can finally talk tropical models. All right. Tower cam, dub again, please. Thank you. All right. This, that, and that. Okay, all right.
I said it, and they sure didn't say anything back.
Thank you. Well, we'll give it a shot. I'll play it off.
Would you like it for all subsequent weather?
Just this one. It's just while I'm on Coffee Talk. Yeah.
Just this one, just what we
Okay, all right. So, do that. Hi, everybody. Sorry, we're just doing the TV part.
Were you asking
This
me about
weather coming up, D6.
Yes.
Power cam to dub.
And then after that, go back to normal.
That is correct.
Thank you, buddy.
So I don't.
All right, don't apologize. The reason Coffee Talk exists is because you're well. Thank you very much, Michael. I appreciate it. Nancy, no worries. It's work. I know, but it's not as fluid when I'm here, and I do apologize. Rose says, I've been told some of the news people wear shorts when they sit at the desk. Probably slippers too. Oh yeah, well, Jacqueline's got her slippers. They change shoes, especially, you know, the women change shoes because they've got to wear those uncomfortable heels when they're standing to look good, they think. I think that slippers look fine, but, you know, so they change their shoes for that, but when they're sitting, like Jacqueline's got her heels on because she's going to go do a hit. As soon as she's done with this hit, I guarantee she'll switch back to the slippers. You don't need to, can you explain that tower cam to Deb? Yeah, Debbie, so it's the different sources. So a tower cam is a tower cam. Dub is the graphic that you see on the side of the screen. So I'm just trying to let the director know. Usually the weather person routes their own tower cams, but we only have one router, and I'm routing the control room so that you can see the TV signal while I'm doing weather. So since I'm doing that, I need them to route the tower cam. So that's it. It's a little different. Michael says, Eric, you used to be on Coffee Talk at work a lot more when you started it. Yeah, you know, it's just schedules change. Everything's all over the place, you know. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, right? Need to go get breakfast so I can take my meds. Bye, y'all. Jan, have a great one, my dear. Eric isn't a misogynist, so he knows the beauty standards women have are stupid. Oh, they're stupid. Well, I told Jeannie, like, you don't have to wear makeup around, you know. She used to wear makeup. She didn't want to go swimming when we were dating because she was worried that her makeup would run. I'm like, who cares, dude? You know? It's what. Thank you, though, Taylor. I appreciate it. It's like, yeah, I need to love you for who you are, not just for like what makeup makes you look like. That's silly. But I digress. All right, one more TV hit, and then we can hang and do our thing. We'll talk the tropics and all that fun stuff. Bear with me for a few seconds.
And I'm Sheldon to your test. We've got No, I'm very impressed that you looked that up and knew that right off the bat. Eric, we are in for warmer temperatures though.
Oh, 100%. We are going to feel like triple digits today. And as a matter of fact, this morning we feel like 90 in some neighborhoods. So just goes to show you, good old Central Florida and the humidity. Outside we go, Kennedy Space Center, mix of clouds and sunshine. Through the day today, though, we are going to add showers and thunder showers. This morning, partly cloudy skies. By lunchtime, turning mostly cloudy, 90 degrees our temperature, pushing to 95 by 3 o'clock, and starting with those thunderstorms. And then those thunderstorm chances continue to spread through the day, 50% coverage, and it continues past 7 p.m., like 8, 9, 10 o'clock. I think we're going to be seeing storms. Here's a look at temps out the door. Upper 70s, lower 80s, feels like 80s even to 90 degrees, and our first warning live Doppler radar is rain-free. So through the day today, hot, hazy, humid, 90 to 95 degrees our afternoon temperatures, as in the beaches are almost as hot as the inland areas. You could thank that southwest wind for that. But there's a pattern change this weekend. We'll talk more about that and track the tropics when I see what Central Florida's certified most accurate forecast in just a couple of minutes. Now at 8:34, let's get a traffic check. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Eric. Good morning, everyone. Our morning drive is in pretty good
Okay.
shape. We do have a couple of slower spots that are out
So
there.
we're going to talk tropics on TV in a couple of minutes. But hey, right now on Coffee Talk, we're going to dive in a little deeper. So first and foremost, Hurricane Center continues to watch this area in the Gulf of Mexico, but given the kind of overall setup that we're in, 0% likelihood that that's going to get going over the short term. But what about after that? What's going on? Let's take a look at the computer models. This is the GFS 6Z run, okay? Let's roll through time. No deep blues in the Gulf, so not really looking at much there. But if you look there around the Bahamas into South Florida, there's a little piece of energy that's moving in. And I just can't help but wonder if that isn't the Florista. And that's the thing. It's easy. If this is easy, everybody would do it, right? But they don't. So we'll watch that little piece of energy there, the 17th, 18th, 19th. As it kind of lifts up the east coast of Florida, you see it there. It's not much on the GFS, but there's a little something there. So a little Tutlow could be the Florista. We'll wait and see how that plays out. If we switch over to the European, let's just go back. All right, there's the European. And you can kind of see it's trying to show a little bit of energy there, right? Not doing much, which is fine, but it just kind of goes to show. We'll have to wait and see how it all plays out, right? Let's look at the ensembles real fast. Bear with me. GFS ensemble. All right, so this is the GFS. Why are you running slow? Let's see here. You look taller without the jacket. Thank you, Rose. Oh my goodness, you're so skinny. Have you looked side-by-side pictures yourself? You have to feel amazing. I do feel amazing. It is odd to me, if I'm honest. It is odd to me. It is definitely odd to me. The difference. Okay, well the computer model webpage is dead, so that's cool. Well, I was going to look at ensembles, but there we are. Can't force it to do its thing. It's a web page after all. Oh, there you are. Okay, great. All right, so let's roll through here. Friday, Saturday. So nothing really on the GFS of note. Let's go back. Let's see if it will let me switch over to the European. Okay, European. Let's go back here to the European ensemble. Now the European is still trying to throw a couple of lows together. You can see there early next week in the Gulf Coast. Yeah, so through the 24th. So there's a couple little blips trying to show up, but nothing too crazy. So that's fine with me. If we can keep the tropics nice and quiet, that works for me. We are still, by the way, we're still behind. I mention this each day. I haven't updated these numbers, so this is technically through yesterday. 3.25 named storm days, 30-year average through yesterday, 4.9 days. So there's that. And what I think is the most impressive is the ACE numbers. Now let me just look at the ACE for today. 2.8 is where we're at. Yeah, okay. 5.7 is actually today's 30-year average ACE number. So we are now running halfway of an average tropical season. Halfway. Halfway. I think that's pretty interesting. While everybody else is talking about a massive season, and it's certainly still early, we said that it was going to be a near average season, and we are now half, as of right now, half of a tropical season average through today. Certainly now, it's the beginning of hurricane season. We haven't anywhere gotten to the peak, but it's just an interesting thing of note. As Chris Pierce says, yes, but September is coming. Oh, absolutely. We are nowhere, if you look at the tropical activity, here we are, July 13th. We're still very much in the quiet section of hurricane season. It's not until like early, we're right there, It's not until like August that we really start ramping those numbers up. So, absolutely aware of that. All right, any questions, comments, concerns? Michael says, I think you should wear a different airline shirt on air, make his own trend. Airline shirt? I do have defunct airline shirts. Like, that is a t-shirt thing of mine that I have. Yeah, it's so crazy. It's the middle of July already. I know. And I do love the fact that thus far hurricane season has been relatively quiet. I do love that fact. Yeah. Any questions, comments, concerns? Otherwise, we'll put this puppy to bed. All right, Nancy, you as well. Listen, I'm going to go finish CW at sometime in the 9 o'clock hour. I don't have an exact time yet. But sometime during the 9 o'clock hour, I'm interviewing a NASA official about the James Webb stuff. That'll be fascinating to talk about. The calm before the season ramps up, Chris says. 100%. Aaron says, on YouTube, these new Florida residents don't know what hurricanes are, to be honest. It's concerning. That is always, in the meteorological community, a concern that we have. That's always a concern that we have. Yeah. Bruce says it's getting closer to Santa time. Hopefully Santa is not shaving the beard so that Santa can look the part. All right, people. I will see you at 3:30 for Coffee Talk. Sound good? Sound good? Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so much for hanging out. Bye, y'all.